the 17th chapter of St. Luke's Gospel, we have the incident of our Lord's curing the 10 lepers. To be a leper in the first century Middle East was not only to be physically sick, but to be socially outcast. The leper could not go to school, could not go to work, could not go to the synagogue, could not go to the marketplace, could not go and associate with others. Because of the nature of the disease, there was the fear of contagion. And so, in their loneliness, lepers banded together for comfort, for inspiration. And 10 of them were on the road when our Lord encountered them. They had to go and show themselves to the priest, because the priest was the one to assure the congregation that they were cured. On their way to the priest, from having seen our Lord, they were cured. One of them, a Samaritan, came back and threw himself at our Lord's feet to thank him. And then Christ said, "Were not 10 made whole? Where are the other 9? Was he addressing the leper or the disciples? Or was he speaking to you and me? Our Lord did not need their gratitude, but he was sorry for them because they needed to give gratitude. James Farley, the once Postmaster General, that wonderful human being, wrote an article that he entitled 2 Little Words. He describes a letter he got from a student asking for his help. He went to great trouble to help him. He did much reading and research and sent the result to the student. But he never acknowledged it. And Jim Farley felt so sorry for the student because he did not know how to use 2 little words: thank you. It is so important for you and me that we learn to be grateful. Because if we are not, it is so easy to become bitter. We imagine that life owes us a living. We imagine we are defrauded. You can understand how the lepers could say, "Why me? Why did this happen to me?" It happens to us that we get what we do not want, and our prayers are not answered. I sometimes think of the plight of a young teenager who is angry because he's not allowed to use the family car. Now, he's not making the payments on the car. He does not carry the insurance. He is not liable in case of an accident. And probably he doesn't buy the gasoline. And yet he feels slighted. He feels that his rights have not been taken care of. Are we like that sometimes? Are we unreal and selfish and demanding because we are immature? Maybe the problem is not with life, but with us in the deep recesses of our hearts. And then, if you and I are not grateful, there is the danger that we become arrogant. Oh, I have succeeded. I am a self-made man. I have accomplished everything I set my heart on. So, I am not bitter, but I am arrogant and self-satisfied and proud. The tragedy is that this is not true, because we are none of us self-sufficient. We are all of us dependent on others. No one in life has succeeded without having been helped by other human beings. Anything we have, others helped us to get. And most of all, we are totally dependent on God, who drew us out of nothingness in the yesteryears, who gives us our next breath and the next beat of our heart. Everything we have is a gift of God to us, and we ought to learn to be grateful. For 1600 years, the Church has been thanking God in a famous hymn, Te Deum laudamus, Te Dominum confitemur. We do not know who wrote it, but 1100 years before the Pilgrims ever came to Plymouth Rock, 1000 years before Luther ever pinned his protestations on the cathedral door of Wittenberg, 900 years before Columbus ever saw the New World, 500 years before the First Crusade, Christian men and women were thanking God as they lustily sang Te Deum laudamus. You and I must learn to have hearts of gratitude, to be grateful to our God with whom we are going to spend our eternity. And so with the poet, on this lovely morning, we say, O Lord, you who have given me so much, give me one thing more, a grateful heart. God bless you.